Good morning, class. I'm here today to make a video discussion sa topic lang natin na lalabas sa examination. Yun na lamang yung i-discuss ko. Then at the same time, pakinggan nyo po hanggang dulo dahil dito ko din ibibigay ang mismong pointers and types of examination natin sa subject natin na CEFLM2. So, ang hindi natin na tapos, dito po tayo sa sa primal condition for organization. So, sa ibang class, I already discussed this. So, ang tatandaan po natin, pag sinabi po natin organizations, we have here, ito, an explanation, sabi dyan, organizations provide unity of action. Yes, of course, yung outcome, possible good results within the organization na nanggaling po yan sa unity na meron sa isang organization, unity of action. Then, however, before any unity daw na mangyayari of action, it is possible daw na mayuging pa foundation nila yung apat na madidiscuss natin for primal condition that must exist within the police administration, kasi police administration yung topic natin eh. So we have here, sabi dyan, number 1, authority. So it's very obvious na sinasabi dyan, supreme source. Pag sinabi natin supreme source, sila yung may highest authority. The right to give exercise, pag sinabi natin exercise, nakalagay dyan, to execute the functions within the administration of police, decide, ito yung sinasabi na decision making, yung tinatawag natin na decision making. And at the same time, to give command based on the rank that they have. Sabi dyan, without daw legitimate authority, magiging impossible daw na maging effective ang isang police administration. Excuse me. So, in short, ano po yung tatandaan natin pag sinabi nating authority? It means what? Means the power, tandaan nyo ha, power or yung right to lead na isang officer, mag-decide, and magbigay ng commands to his or her subordinates within an organization. So, ano yung basihan? Ano ba yung nagiging basihan? Bakit sinusunod siya ng mga subordinates? Based on anong meron siya, nakadepende sa rank or position na meron siya. So, next we have itong mutual cooperation. From the word mutual cooperation, coordination, so maraming nang nakasulat dyan. If I'm going to summarize the explanation, ang tinutukoy po dyan, dito ko nalang isulat ha, yung number 2 natin na explanation, yung mutual cooperation. Ang ibig po sabihin niya na dapat ang members ng bawat police administration or within the organization must work together. Kasi from the word na mutual, nagkakaisa kayo, then at the same time, you are going to communicate and help one another. That is the purpose of having a mutual cooperation, coordination, and consultation. Ano ba yung purpose why we're having this? Is to achieve, ano ba yung achieve natin within the police administration? Is to achieve the common goal. Kung ano yung gustong maabot ng police administration lang po yung outcome natin. Next, we have number 3, the doctrine. Pag sinabi po nating doctrine, very understandable from the word na it defines the organization's objectives. So, ano po ibig sabihin yan? Ang tinutukoy po dyan, ang foundation o yung basihan. Bakit nagkakaroon ng objectives ang isang police administration? So, saan po ba nakabase? So, nakadoble na. Dito nakalagay, nagbe-base po yung objectives based sa policies na meron ang police administration. Anong procedure ang sinusunod nila? Ano ang mga rules na gi-follow sa bawat member, and at the same time, those who has an authority? Ano ang mga regulation nila? So, dito naka-base ang objectives na gagawin ng bawat member or ng bawat authority na meron sa police administration. So, in short, yung doctrine na ito, this kind of doctrine, ano ba yung purpose? Bakit nagkakaroon ng doctrine? It will become the guidance. Magiging ano siya? Guidance of police administration. Kasi meron silang basihan. Di ba? Pag mag-basis ka, ito yung magiging guidance mo. So, hindi ka mawawala sa flow ng process within the organization. And the last one is yung tinatawag natin na discipline. Simple as that, you are going to obey. You are going to, ito, sulat natin, follow rules. Ano pa? You are going to behave properly. Yan, sulat natin dito, behave properly, and at the same time, number 3, you are going to control each one another. So, pag sinabi natin control each one another, so pag halimbawa may ginagawa na siya hindi na po align sa behavior ng pagiging member ng police administration, if you have the right to reprimand or to give him or her certain advices, then go on. As long as hindi mo naaapakan and at the same time, hindi mo na-offend yung isang tao. So, tandaan lamang po ano yung apat natin. We have the authority, mutual. Ang tatandaan nyo dito sa number 2 yung MCCC, Mutual Cooperation, Coordination, Consultation. Then, we have the doctrine, and the last one is discipline. Next, pasukin po natin yung principles. Ito, tatandaan nyo talaga to yung principles na meron within the police organization. So, number 1, we have the principle of unity of objective. Para siyang the same ng unity of direction. Because sabi dyan, an organization structure effective daw pag i-allow ni mo ang bawat individual na mag-contribute. So, in short, ano po yung ibig sabihin ng sinasabi dito sa number 1 under the principles of police organization is that it explains that all members, lagay natin dito, all members ng police organization should work toward the same goal. Kumbaga nagkakaisa kayo or yung pwede nating itawag na objective. You are being united within one objective. Nagkakaisa kayo. So, the same siya yung unity of direction. Kasi if you are being united, you know what direction you are going into. Yan po ang tatandaan. Next, principle of we have here, principle of organizational efficiency from the word efficient. Tatandaan nyo lang dito is yung dapat yung organization, the police organization should, lagay natin dito, should achieve, lagay, its goals, caps lock talaga yan para matandaan, and the best, pag sinabi natin the best, ito yung quality pa rin, tatandaan, quality and most economical way. Pag sinabi natin economical way, less waste, ito nakalagay dito, magiging effective ka sa imo nga goal nga ginahangad inside the police organization with less waste of time. Kumbaga, naka-preserve ka of time, then at the same time, yung effort, lesser, and number 1 talaga yung resources natin. So, in short, para kang nag-iingat, nagtitipid ka sa oras, and at the same time sa effort, pero emphasize lang natin na dapat, if you are doing this, dapat yung outcome or result is dapat high quality pa rin. Ha? Kasi yan ang nangyayari sa government natin. They emphasize the principle of organizational efficiency. So, nasosobraan, ano ba yung product or outcome na nabibigay nila, hindi na po yun quality or standard. Yung sa flood control natin, nagiging substandard na. Next, number 3, we have the scholar principle. Ano ganing scholar principle? Ito yung vertical hierarchy na dapat magsisimula po sa itaas pababa from the word na we are going to emphasize the chain of command. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Na dapat from the highest papunta saan? To lowest rank. Yan ang tatandaan natin. Yan talaga ang flow in terms of giving command, giving orders, yun po. Next, we have under the scholar principle, tandaan niyo itong tatlo, we have unity of command, so it was being already discussed. Yung nagkakaisa kayo, keyword pag sinabing unity of command, ito yung only one superior, mali ito. Mali ang pagka-construct ko ng sentence. Must receive, and pagtapos mo receive, you are going to follow orders from one only pa superior, kung sino yung nasa itaas natin. Next, we have span of control. Tatandaan gani pag sinabing span, ano kadamo nga tao ang kaya mo i-control as being a person na merong ginahandle inside the police administration. Na, in short, ano yung ilalagay natin na keyword dito? Superiors can supervise only certain number of subordinates. So, span of control. How many? Ito lagay natin. How many people or members, lagay, you can able to supervise. Pila ka tao? You're going to emphasize pila ka tao ang kaya mo i-control. Next, delegation of authority. Scholar process refers to the growth of chain of command resulting into creation of additional level. So what does it mean? From the word na you are delegating, it was being connected to the scholar, di ba, from the highest. So it means those higher officials sila yung may karapatan, may assign authority and tasks to lower officers. Yan po yung tinutukoy dyan. Pag sinabing delegation of authority, sila, ang higher official, may karapatan sila na mag-assign, magbigay ng authority sa mga mabababang authority. So, nagbibigay from the word you are delegating. Ikaw ang naghahatag. Ginatagaan mo sila authority from the word you're pass. Ginapasa mo ba? From higher to subordinates. What's the purpose? To completely achieve the task inside the police administration. Next, proceed tayo dito sa functional principle. Sabi dyan, napakahaba ng definition pero we are going to explain that in a simple way na lang. It prescribes the horizontal growth of the organization and the growth referred to here applies to the line as well as to the emergence of the staff functions. Ito lang po yung tatandaan natin pag sinabing functional. Functional principle, ang tinutukoy po dyan is that work should be divided. Saan ba natin i-base? Based on the specialization. What's the purpose? So, tasks become easier and more effective. So, ibig sabihin, you can able to function well if yung trabaho na binigay or gita sa imo is based doon sa specialization na meron ka. Ano gani ang meaning ng specialization natin? Ito yung meron ka ng advanced skills, meron ka ng trainings, and at the same time, advanced knowledge. Kumbaga, expert ka sa bagay na yan. Ito yung tinawag na specialization. So, magbibigay ka daw ng certain work for that certain person or group of person based on their specialization para mas mapapadali and magiging effective ang inyong organization. Yan ang pong tinutukoy dyan. Next, we have the line and staff principle. Ano pong dyan? Pag sinabi nating line and staff, meron dang dalawang organization, hindi naman siya dalawang organization. Merong dalawang types of structure. Ayan. Types of structure inside the police administration. So, number 1 here, ito yung line structure refers to direct accomplishment of the objectives. So, ibig sabihin po nito, pag sinabi nating line, sila yung these are the officers. Tandaan nyo ha, pag sinabing line, these are the officers who directly, ano nga directly, naga-perform. Ano ang gina-perform nila? Sila ang officers nga naga-direct perform based on the main duties of the organization. So it means, pag sinabing line, sila yung hands-on. Another word dito is yung hands-on. Bakit hands-on man? Kasi sila yung may direct performance based on the main duty of the police administration. Yan natatandaan natin. Next, staff structure. Ano bang meron sa staff structure? Refers to organizations operating mga an advisory, facilitative capacity, having unlimited authority over those whom orders are given, considered line within officials, sabi dyan. So, it's short. Ano pa pag tinawag natin na staff structure? Sila yung these are the officers give advice. Sila yung nagbibigay ng advice or support. Kanino ba sila nagbibigay ng support services dito sa ating line structure? Kapag sila yung nagiging advisor based on this. Next, we have here the directional staff principle. It prescribes the directional authority, directorate, national and regional levels to other equivalent unit. In short, sila yung mga higher authority, yung mga directorates coming from national, regional level na ano bang purpose nila? They are going to supervise. Sila ang mag-supervise, give guidance, mag-give ng guidance within police operations. Yan, tatandaan natin. From the word na directorial, sila yung nasa matataas staff. So, it means, dito kanina, para siyang level, no? Ito yung last level kasi line, kasi sila yung nag-perform. Ito namang si staff structure, sila ang tagahatag ng advice. Then, at the same time, pag directorial, sila yung nasa itaas. Yan, tatandaan natin. Principle of balance. Next, we have principle balance. From the word balance, in every structure daw, there is a need for balance. Of course, hindi naman pwede na nasa isang tao lang yung trabaho, then at the same time, mayroon kang bias treatment. The application of principles or techniques must be balanced to ensure the overall effectiveness of the structure in meeting the organization's objectives. So, what does it mean? Dapat, it was being emphasized na all parts of the organization yun ha, must be, ito lang i-emphasize, must be balance, lahat balance sa trabaho, sa sahod, to ensure effectiveness. Yan po ang outcome na nais marating pag once merong nagkakaroon ng principle of balance. Next, principle of delegation. Ano pong ibig sabihin yan? Authority delegated to all individual managers should be adequate enough, kumbaga, ensure their ability. Siguraduhin mo muna that they have that certain capabilities or ability to accomplish. Baka nagbigay ka dyan ng certain authority, nagbigay ka na, di ba? Sabi natin kanina, delegation, it's all about passing. Nagapasa ka sa authority. Halimbawa, Ma'am Disoyo, I will give an authority to Mr. Damo, for example lang, I will assign him to supervise all the third year. Yung pagpasa ko sa kanya ng supervision is an example of delegation. So, ano pong ibig sabihin dyan? In short, of principle of delegation, dapat po every authority na magbibigay, every manager na lang should be given enough authority to complete their responsibility. Yan lang. Next, principle of absoluteness of responsibility. Principle of absoluteness of responsibility is parang ito yung sinasabi na accountability. Accountability, bakit po? Sino yung may accountability ba? We have our superiors. Sila yung may accountability. So, dapat they must remain, ano bang i-remain nila? Responsible sa ano? For the actions of their subordinates. Ma'am, hindi naman sila yung may gawa, but they are the one who give command, they are the one who give authority, then at the same time, they are the one who is supervising. That is why, sila yung may karapatan pag merong certain action na hindi angkop doon sa organizational goal ng police administration. Simple as that. Halimbawa, sa criminology program, nagkaroon ng problema, merong issue. Sino ba ang accountable natin? Sino bang may absolute responsibility in line with accountability? We have an example of Sir Yan Baladek because Sir Yan is the highest or siya yung superior natin inside the criminology program. So, ano man yung action na gagawin ng teacher, gagawin ng student under the criminology program is sino yung magiging accountable or sino yung mag-justify to explain the side si Sir Yan po. Next, we have here the principle of parity of authority and responsibility. Pag sinabi natin parity, ito yung tinutukoy na yung responsibility of action cannot be greater than the implied authority or delegated. Na-discuss na natin to. Na once you have an authority, dapat magiging equal yan sa responsibility na meron ka. Okay, tatandaan nyo na yan. It's already been discussed last midterm. Next, we have 11. Authority. Okay, na paulit-ulit. Parang kulang to eh. Authority level principle kasi ito sa pagkakatanda ko sa libro. Authority level principle, it means decisions should be made at the proper level without always referring them to higher officials. Yan yung tinutukoy natin. Kung bagay yung decision, yes, galing po sa proper level, pero tatandaan natin that we are not going to depend those who has higher rankings. Huwag natin ibase lahat ng mga desisyon sa kanila. Yes, may mga part naman tayo na pwede tayo magbibigay. Ang sa kanila lang kasi is the main decision. Sa atin, if nasa align naman sa responsibility natin, we can do that. Next, principle of flexibility. Ito yung, in short na lang natin, every member of organization must able to adjust to changes. Yan na nangyayari. Kumbaga, from the word flexible, kung ano mang nangyayari dyan, or even and new situation, or baka na-assign ka sa bago na station, bagong member, bagong kasama, bagong body. So, dapat meron kang being a flexible. Every member of the organization must able to adjust changes and new situation inside the police administration. And the last one, we have the principle of leadership and facilitation. What does it mean? The more organization, ayan lang. Ang tatandaan natin, the organization, lahat ng organization inside, the organization of police administration, they must what? They should help leaders. Okay, those who have the qualities of being a good leader para perform effectively. Tutulungan nila ang bawat isa. From the word na principle of leadership facilitation, huwag nyo hayaan na yung taong merong a certain qualities of being a good leader, you're going to help them in order for them to provide good outcome inside the police administration. So, we have here the commander. So, if you are going to define what is commander, commander is a person. Tandaan niyo yan. Person. He or she is a person na merong who has an authority. Yan po tatandaan. Who has an authority to lead and supervise. Yan, in short na lang yan. Supervise police officers. Yan po. And at the same time, hindi lang naman police officers, or lagay natin dito yung subordinates na tinatawag. Subordinates or yung tinatawag natin na members. Under, ensure natin, siguraduhin, under his or her command. Alam naman, he is going or she is going to supervise those person or member na hindi naman under sa kanyang command, mahirap yun, magkaroon ng conflict of interest. So, diyan mag-stop ang ating discussion within the final topic. So, I'm going to give na dito, kasi may vacant dito, I'm going to give the pointers. Pointers under CFLM2 subject na hawak ko mismo ni Ma'am Disoyo. So, you're going to study. Okay, pag-aralan nyo po, nalalabas po talaga sa exam. Okay. Lalabas po talaga sa exam a while po. Part ng midterm natin, may nabalik doon, in line with the multiple choice. Study. Yan. Study. Ang yung mababanggit dito, we have yung discipline. What is discipline? Or in short na lang yung sa topic natin na or, lagay ko na lang dito, hindi ko na isa-isahin. Ito na lang. Wait. Study. Study what? The 14. Okay. Managerial concepts. Being adapted under Henry Fayol, yung sa administrative natin. Okay, the 14. Tatandaan yun, lalabas po yan sa aking modified, true, or false. Next, pag-aralan nyo din po, study. Study nyo po yung part na the difference between management versus administration. In short, yan, alam niyo na yan, understandable na yan. And study also, what is police administration. Study also yung tatlo na basic, yung 3 basic skills. Ano yon? We have human skill. Ano pa yung isa natin? Technical. Yan, tandaan niyo po yan. Technical skill. And yung isa natin, last one, we have the conceptual skill. And, ano pa ba? Yung mababanggit dito ng mga words, pag-aralan niyo po. Ito, lagay natin. Terms to remember. Lalabas to. Terms to remember. We have here what is leadership, coercive, supervision, management. We have also how you are going to explain natin the 3 levels. Bumalik yon the top, middle, balik yan ha, and anong kulang dito? Middle and low. Sa management natin, bumalik ito. Then at the same time, you're going to study also yung unity of command. Ano yan? Staffing, Order. Ulat natin dyan. Unity of direction. And at the same time, study about the term administrator, manager, commander, yung bago lang natin na-discuss. And at the same time, study also division of work. Na-discuss na natin lahat to. Okay, excuse me. Na-click. Aray ko. Initiative. Yung term na initiative. Equity. Yan. Study. Study also. Yung na-discuss natin na bago lang. Yung parity of authority. Parity of authority and responsibility. And at the same time, yung absoluteness of responsibility. Yung bago lang natin na-discuss. Tandaan nyo din yung study, coordination. What is coordination? Delegation. Yan, na-emphasize yan kanina, last week. Yung discipline. Lalabas pa rin si scholar principle. Scholar principle. Lalabas din po si delegation principle. And at the same time, yung functional principle. Lalabas, kulang na tayo sa yes, pabalik-balik. Doctrine, okay, lalabas si doctrine. Yung term natin na doctrine, under sa 4 kanina na. Doctrine, authority level. Tatandaan din yung flexibility na na-discuss. Flexibility. Pag-aralan din po yung Spirit de corps. Yun. Span of control. Ayun nga, pabalik-balik na. Balikan nyo din yung sa leadership natin na topic, yung autocratic. Kasi pinaghalo ito na midterm, prelim, and final. Charismatic, transactional, democratic. And the last one, yung pinakauna talaga natin, is yung self-leadership. So, dito, iikot yung ating exam sa final, which is tomorrow. Bukas na po yan. So, I hope meron na kayong valid final permit. No excuses, no special examination po tayo. So, grab the opportunity tomorrow na ma-assure talaga na kompleto kayo bukas. So, ito may magiging pointers natin under the self-LM2 subject. So, I hope nakinig kayo hanggang dulo kasi pag umabot kayo dito, napakaswerte niyo po. So, that's all for today. Thank you and God bless everyone. Ingat kayo always.